On the docket tonight is the upcoming civil trial of Johnny Depp versus his ex-wife, Amber Heard. Now, Depp is suing Heard for defamation after she allegedly accused him of domestic violence in a Washington Post editorial. Depp has already had a libel suit thrown out in the UK after he sued a newspaper for publishing an article labeling him a wife-beater. Now, truth is the ultimate defense in a libel case, and a judge found that what the paper wrote was mostly true. Undeterred, Depp returned to the States and is hoping to have better luck here. Now, in Johnny Depp's complaint, he listed quotes from Amber Heard's op-ed that he claims are false, defamatory statements about him, even though she never named him in her op-ed. And that complaint reads, the sexual violence op-ed contained the following false and defamatory statements concerning Mr. Depp. Amber Heard, this is her, I spoke up against sexual violence and faced our culture's wrath. That has to change. Then 2 years ago, I became a public figure representing domestic abuse, and I felt the full force of our culture's wrath for women who speak out. She also said I had the rare vantage point of seeing in real time how institutions protect men accused of abuse. I write this as a woman who had to change my phone number weekly because I was getting death threats. For months, I rarely left my apartment, and when I did, I was pursued by camera drones and photographers on foot, on motorcycle, and in cars. Tabloid outlets that posted pictures of me spun them in a negative light. I felt as though I was on trial in the court of public opinion, and my life and livelihood depended on myriad judgments far beyond my control. All right, the think tank is still with us. Darnell Crossing, Jennifer Grant, and Al Wunsch III. Al, I want to start with you, because what Johnny Depp is claiming is that the motivation for these false claims by Amber Heard is because she wanted to improve her career or become more famous. I question that. I want to get your thoughts on that as the motivation for this type of thing. Why would a woman do that?
I don't think that that is a motivation. In fact, if anything, it's probably smarter for her to have walked away from all of this and not have this go through again. I mean, she technically had won already in England, and now he's bringing it over here. I don't know what his point is. To go after her for $50 million that she probably doesn't have in the first place. For what purpose? Now he's back in the paper with all this salacious headlines, all of these horrible things that he's accused of. The judge didn't believe him in England. What makes him think that the colonies are going to do any better? It just doesn't make any sense in this situation that a guy like this is doing it. I mean, granted, he lost some business on it. He's not, he'll eventually get back into the swing of things. I mean, look, Mel Gibson has gotten back into movies. We've seen other people that have done stupid things and have made horrible comments get back into the business after a while. I mean, I'm sure even Will Smith may get back into a movie every now and then since his little slap incident. But in this situation, what he's doing is he's ripping the Band-Aid off, and he's also ripping off the scab. Very foolish thing for him to be doing.
Yeah, Jennifer, it does seem a little bit over the top, and I wonder what his motivation is. The only thing I can think of is maybe he thinks he's really not guilty of these crimes or this battering, but, that's for another day. But the thing that I wanted to point out to you is that what Amber Heard says is even continuing today online. Our viewers are not very happy with Amber Heard, and I'm wondering if you think she's going to face this in the courtroom. Now, again, she's still up against Johnny Depp, one of the biggest stars in the world, seemingly, based on online and the things that she's saying, very much beloved. So that's going to be a problem for her as well.
Definitely. And so you ask why Johnny Depp's doing it. He's doing it just for that reason. He got shot down in England, but here, I mean, he's worshipped here by a lot of people. And so this only helps his image in that he's trying to say she's the liar, she's the bad person. In the court of public opinion, I think people are still saying that they look at Johnny Depp, and they say, oh, she must be wrong. She's being vindictive and she's the wrong one. So it is helping him maybe revive his career, because he did lose parts and he did lose some money because of this. And look, these people were once married, they loved each other. And as a family law attorney, I can see this happens a lot. People are angry, love turns to hate. and then they're out to get each other and they're vindictive. And that's what's going on here. It's not about the money. It's not about the $50 million. I think it's about getting vengeance and showing that he's right and he wants to prove a point. So I think that's what's going on here.
Yeah, from reading through the filings in this case, these are two people I don't think ever really belonged together. Things started fairly quickly after they got together. Donnell Crossland, of what import is it that he is actually never mentioned in that Washington Post op-ed? Is that important? Could that hurt him in court?
Well, I think, if we back up just a bit, this is definitely, the question is this an Ike and Tina Turner? No. Is it a Jesse Smollett, a hoax, as Depp is claiming? It's not. What it is Ms. Heard writing a piece about women who suffer from domestic violence and all that she's seeing, and as an advocate for this, she's expressing that. And as counsel pointed out, Depp has just used this opportunity to now get back at her from what happened in the Sun lawsuit. Now, in the Sun lawsuit, the judge found, again, it wasn't an Ike and Tina Turner situation, but they used the word that she was attacked at least 12 times, whatever attacked means. So was she extremely abused, such as in the Ike and Tina Turner situation? No. But was she attacked, harassed? Maybe yes. And so she's writing about this. She's writing about her experiences. She never called his name, and I think that that's a strong point for her to fight this. He can extrapolate that he's talking about him, but that leaves the burden on him to show that, and I don't think he's going to be able to do that.
Well, Amber Heard, she's admitted to being involved in some physical altercations with him. He's called her an abuser. He's going to get on the stand and say that to this jury. She's going to get on the stand and tell them he was the abuser. It is going to be one of the most, incredible he said, she said stories we've ever seen here on Court TV. And a quick reminder for you folks, Court TV cameras will be inside that courtroom for this trial, which is set to begin next Monday, April 11th. And lead anchor Vinnie Politan will be live in Virginia next week as this trial gets underway, so you don't want to miss that.